not prepared!
So, Big Spell Mage. Let's go over everything on this deck, because it seems like you're missing some information on it. The gist of Big Spell Mage is basically you're running only 4 spells. Two runes and 2 Drakefire amulets, and we're keeping them big so you can get a crazy good Belinda, so you can get a ton of armor out of your Deepwater Evoker, and also so you can give your opponent a big cost spell and take something usually a lot cheaper. Sometimes even you can get a 0 mana Drakefire amulet if you get lucky, and you could also actually set it up. We have Mailbog Dancer in here, which is not only helping you play your stuff sooner, but you can also bait your opponent into having a coin, which is a 0 mana spell you can switch out with your Barbaric Sorceress.
Ah, yeah,
but you can also, if you play this on an empty board, and your opponent doesn't have a spell to kill it, or a rush minion, and it actually stays on the board for you, if your opponent plays a minion, you basically have the ability to trade in the Mailbox Dancer and ensure that your opponent has a 0 mana coin in their hand. And that way you know they have a 0 mana you can swap out with your Barbaric Sorceress. You can guarantee it. Because if you're playing against smart opponents, as soon as they see something like a Pelican Diver or a Farwatch Post from you, they're gonna know for a fact you're a Big Spell Mage. And they're gonna start dumping all of their spells they can so they can't get Giga punished, giving you a 0 mana Rune of the Archmage on turn 5 or 6, or 0 mana Drakefire Amulet as soon as turn 5 or 6. So that is the reason why we have a ton of minions in the deck. We have Pelican Divers, which are not generally a great minion, but since you can't run spells, it's actually a pretty good minion, because it's very reactive. Like, you can kill something as much as 4 health like that, or you can just leave it on the board, not rush anything, and just have a big hitter that can react to the early game. Sir Finley, he's not horrible. If your starting hand is shit and you get Sir Finley, that's basically a second mulligan phase for you. But that's not all. You're actually gonna know what the bottom cards in your deck are, so it's gonna be kind of cool. Like, you get to know which cards you're not gonna see for quite a while, like probably ever. And it's also not a horrible turn 1 play. If your hand is mediocre, you can just do it and you're still sticking a 1/3 in the early turn, which can react to the board. Same with Suspicious Alchemist, in terms of it being a 1/3 that can react. But also you can get some spells without actually running them in your deck, so you guarantee you have all of the good effects we talked about, while actually also having some access to spells. But you gotta be careful. Like, you don't want to give your opponent something that's gonna be very bad for your game plan. For instance, that counter spell would have totally destroyed us, like literally. You would have to skip a turn playing something like a 9 mana Rune of the Archmage just so you can be able to play another big spell later on. Unless you actually got your coin, which was gonna help as well. In other cases, you can just pick a spell that's gonna be good for you, but it's not gonna matter for the opponent. And in other cases, you can just something that's useless for both of you. Like, you're not gonna care if he guesses it or not, and also if it's useless, if all of options are useless for you, pick something useless for him as well. Amplified Snow Flurry, it's a great turn 1 or turn 2 play, and when you play it, you don't necessarily want to be using your hero power. You can hold on to it, and you can keep the opponent hostage like that. They're gonna know that if they play something big on the board, you're gonna freeze it for a turn guaranteed. But this way you can also cheat out an extra hero power on next turn while also spending all of your mana, because 0 mana hero power is going to be pretty good for you. Farwatch Post is a pretty disruptive minion for your early game for the opponents. They're going to have to answer it if they don't want to be playing expensive stuff, so it's a pretty good early game keep and play. Same with Mailbox Dancer. He is pretty awesome for you to have it in the start of the game, because you're gonna get to do some crazy mid-game shit a lot faster. And again, I explained that you can also make sure that the opponent has a coin as well. Bran's Bronzebeard, you can use them in all sorts of ways. Obviously, Mailbox Dancer is gonna give you 2 coins like that, which is kind of mediocre, but still a benefit. Bran's Bronzebeard in general is not that big a deal for this deck, so you don't necessarily need to play it when you actually want to be doubling a battle cry. You could literally tempo it out as a 3 mana body on the board, because that's the thing about this deck. Your early game is kind of questionable. And you're just desperately trying to get into your mid and late game and start spamming a bunch of runes. So things like tempoing Bran, don't be a stranger to that. He's just a 2/4 body the opponent must answer, because if it sticks around, you can get mediocre results like double coin, which is still nothing to frown upon, but you can also get like 20 worth of armor instead of 10, drawing 2 big spells. You can get double Reckless Apprentice, which can be actually pretty insane, and in some games you will try to be holding on to your brand, because double Reckless Apprentice, when you have played your Magister Dawn Grasp, that can improve your hero power like numerous times. Like you can do it you can get your hero power improved several times that way, especially if you plan it out correctly. For that to work, this is a little bit of a next level tip, but for that to work, you gotta remember the order in which your opponent has played his minions, or you can just download Firestone. That is actually a better deck tracker in this regard. I mean, it's actually better in every single way, if we have to be completely honest, but I hate the fucking UI, so I really don't like it much. But yeah, you can get double Magister Dawn Grasp hero power improvements that way. What else can we use brand for? Double Schooling Teacher, and plus the Noggling is gonna repeat twice, so that's kind of huge results. You can pick 2 cards from the opponent with Teotar. You can freeze everything and deal 4 damage to it with Varden like that. Spammy Arcanist can repeat twice, which can be pretty much guaranteed board clear, kinda. Belinda can literally draw all of your cards in a single swoop. That's gonna be rare, but if you actually play Brad on turn 5 and the opponent doesn't answer it, Belinda afterward draws all of your spells like that, which would be pretty huge. Barbaric Sorceress, that's actually gonna be a dumb combo for you. You're not gonna want to have Brand when playing Barbaric Sorceress, because you run the risk of swapping the 0 coin from the opponent with your 9 mana spell, and then doing it again and getting back the 9 mana, which is gonna be dumb. Grey Sage Parrot can repeat 2 runes or 2 Drakefire Amulets that way. Sylvanas can repeat... No, Sylvanas doesn't repeat shit. It's a single target, so it doesn't do stuff. Like I said, Dawn Grasp, you can repeat your spells twice, but you're not really running that many spells in this deck. The only thing you usually repeat is Drakefire Amulet, unless you actually discover some shit from Suspicious Alchemist, for instance, or get a spell from School Teacher somehow with Runed Orb or something, but those are niche situations. Usually you just repeat Drakefire Amulet. Mordresh can deal 20 damage instead of only 10. That's about it for the Battle Cries. Murloc Holmes, we're not running it. Couple of Nightcloak locations are pretty good, so you can control the minions for your opponent. You can just use it for tempo skeletons, or you can hold on to it so you can control big stuff if you're expecting that from the opponent. Blade Master Akani is a pretty decent card to be curving into. Like, you're basically forcing your opponent to answer it. Sometimes you're gonna literally skip an entire turn. Like, a well-timed Akani is very, very important. Deepwater Evoker, like we said, is drawing your big stuff while giving you armor. Reckless Apprentice, it can be great in your early turns, but in some matchups, like more greedy matchups, you're gonna kind of want to be holding on to it so you can get the effect I was talking about with Magister Dawn Grasp, so you can get some pretty good hero power improvements. School Teacher gives you some access to spells, because you don't run any spells for your early game, so it does give you a bunch of secrets and stuff a lot of the time. Smothering Starfish can help you curve out easier, but again, you can just use it to tempo like the brand situation. The other thing Starfish can be great for is if you're playing, let's say, against the Spooky Mage, and they freeze your 8/8 dragons, for instance, after Drakefire Amulet. You can literally play Smothering Starfish and attack face with the frozen dragons, because they're not going to be frozen anymore, because it silences your own shit. That is something a lot of people forget, which can happen, so this is something you should look out for. Like, if your stuff is frozen, you can unfreeze it with Starfish and you can trade or go face, which is pretty nice.
Wow, good. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Teotar the Mad Duke, self-explanatory. You want to be using it to snipe some important shit like Denafrius or other core cards like this Priest we just played. You could use it after he completed his quest, so you can snipe his reward, or just try your luck. Like using it on tempo is also not horrible, especially if you have stupid stuff to give him. Like, you don't really want to play it if you don't have any cards you want to actually give the opponent, but most of the time you're okay giving him stupid cards like Pelican, like Firewatch, stuff like that. Varden Dawn Grasp, he's basically your Blizzard card, like 6 mana Blizzard for only 4 mana, and he's a minion, so he's not breaking your spell synergies. Usually it's more important for you to freeze the opponent than to actually use it with Brand to deal the 4 damage as well. That's something I see a lot of players propose as a good play. A lot of the time, it's just better to actually board lock your opponent. Like, if he has 7 minions on the board and you play Varden, you literally make him skip his entire turn if he doesn't have any spells he want to play. So that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, good call. Yeah.
Spammy Arcanist, you gotta be good at setting it up. Like, throwing some awkward hero powers here and there can help, but also you could actually set it up a turn before. Like, a good way for you to set up Spammy Arcanist would be, on turn 4, you play a Pelican Diver. He's dormant for a turn, and next turn, it's Awaken, it has Rush, it has 1 health, which is usually what opponents play around for Spammy Arcanist, but it can also be used as to tone down something big, like 5-7 against you. You slap it with the Pelican, and if he has a 1 health minion already, Spammy Arcanist fucks it all. Spammy Arcanist is also pretty good against Hunters. We're supposed to see a lot of those. If a Hunter plays Hydrolon, their Colossal minion, you know it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they play the Hydrolon, Spammy Arcanist literally is gonna spam until the Hydrolon 5-5
Oh my god,
dies,
you're right.
because that shit is gonna keep on respawning. So that's 6 damage AoE guaranteed like that. You could kill bears that way, it's pretty insane.
That is insane, damn.
Other than that, Belinda, self-explanatory, best card in the game, biggest win rate ever, like you always keep it, you always play it as soon as you can. And yeah, you get the tempo 5 mana big spells afterwards. Barbaric Sorceress, we talked about it. That's the bread and butter for this deck. Steal a cheap spell cost, give them your high spell cost and profit. Grey Sage Parrot, be careful with this one actually. You could actually discover a stupid big spell and not notice and play it. And you're not gonna be repeating your Rune of the Archmage or Drakefire Amulet anymore. Like it repeats the last big spell, so it's not completely garbage to play a big spell, but make sure to remember which was the last big spell so you know what you're repeating, because in some cases you might be like, oh damn, I need to remove all of this board, but you actually played Drakefire Amulet after your rune, and now it's just giving you a couple of dragons, which is not optimal. But yeah, usually you want it to repeat the rune most of the time, but getting Amulet repeated like that is also pretty insane. Sylvanas the Accused, I heard you didn't have it before, so you probably don't know much about it, but you're usually gonna be using it to destroy the enemy minion, but if you actually have so many minions die before that, we shouldn't really, because we're not really supposed to be playing that much minions till turn 6, so we can infuse her 7 times, but in some cases you will actually be able to steal a minion from the opponent when you infuse her. Magister Dawngrasp. Magister Dawngrasp is actually a non-binary character in World of Warcraft. No, in Hearthstone. It's actually a specific Hearthstone character. So you play them basically to either repeat your Drakefire Amulet, but usually you literally just play it as soon as you can so you can start improving your hero power. Like, this card alone can be a win condition for you if you start improving your hero power a lot. Like, if you can literally get something like 8 damage hero powers till turn 10 if you get some lucky Reckless Apprentice bullshittery, or you could also get from Rune of the Archmage improved hero power, like the 1 mana, what was it called? +1 to your hero power cards, forgot the exact name. Mordresh, you play him after you've loaded up the hero power. Yeah, Wildfire was the card. Loading him up is usually not hard. Like, you could tempo a Reckless Apprentice on a decently sized board. Like, if the opponent has 4 or 5 minions on the board, a Reckless Apprentice is gonna get you 4 or 5 ticks for your Mordresh. But yeah, you gotta plan out for him a little bit ahead. Like, if you have Mordresh in hand, you might want to be doing a little bit more hero powers than you normally would. Rune of the Archmage, like I said, usually a good idea to play when the opponent's board is full. Usually a bad idea to play when your board is full and theirs is empty. Because like I said, this thing casts spells at enemies. It says at enemies, so if you get a spell that targets minions only and his board is empty, like let's say you get Cone of Cold, you're literally gonna freeze your own minions and fuck yourself over. Or you're just gonna get something stupid like Mass Polymorph and just morph those minions. So yeah, usually you want to be playing it when you are behind on board or somewhat even. Usually never when you are ahead on board. Like, it's just too risky most cases. And Drakefire Amulet usually gives you some big boy dragons. You're usually going for the stats, but like I said in that Priest game, maybe we should have gone for a 4-8 instead of that second 8-8, because that would have been awkward for the Priest to deal with. Like, they have Shadow Word Druid, which would have destroyed everything with 5 attack and more, and we could have played around it that way, having one minion at 8-8, having one at 4-8. He basically has to decide which one to destroy that turn, and we're still connecting some damage. Sheesh, that was a lot of talking. So... matchup-wise, here's what it looks like. Cursed Imp Warlock is not gonna be too fun for you. Spooky Mage, Demon Hunters are not gonna be too great. But yeah, all in all, we should be fine, especially on this meta. Alrighty, let's jump into it. I think we're learning a lot, so it's good.
What time is it by you?
7 p.m. But this is my usual stream time, so it's fine. Okay, against the Druid. If he's an aggro Druid, we might be somewhat in danger if we don't get the good early game cards. If he's Ram Druid, we should be fine, I think. Okay, what do you think we're doing in the Mulligan? Do not confirm anything before we've established what the Mulligan is.
Definitely keeping the Pelican. The Mailbox Dancer's good. School Teacher, yeah, turn 4 can throw it out.
Yeah, you could even throw him out as soon as turn 3. You are going second. Root of the Archmage we're not gonna hold on to. Like, if you already had, let's say, Barbaric Sorceress, maybe we could have considered keeping it, especially with this Mailbox Dancer, but in this case, nah. So yeah, we're just removing the 9-drop, keep the rest.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this guy is a 40 deck. That much has been said. I don't see anything wrong with playing the Pelican Diver here. Yeah, you can just put it on, and turn 3 he might actually decide to hero power instead of ramp, so you got that going for you.
That's true.
Turn 2 he's always hero powering anyway, so it's not a big deal, but if he decides to actually hero power on turn 3, we call that a win any day. Okay. Yeah, Mailbox Dancer is fine here. That is all. For your deck tracker, you can notice next to your hero power you have a 7, right?
Yes.
Yes, that is your board attack counter. It means that you have 7 damage ready to go face next turn.
Gotcha.
And he has, you can see next to his hero power, he has 4 damage ready to go next turn. What the fuck is this guy playing? Plot of Sin. Actually hard running Plot of Sin. That's not usual at all. Maybe he's some kind of a Denafrius 40 deck.
Should I go for the School Teacher or save that?
I think I'm okay going for the School Teacher. Let's see. 1 coin into School Teacher, see what the Naga is, and if it's too good, we might even consider pointing that out as well. Huh. Wow, those are actually kind of amazing.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
You do have Mordred, so getting Wildfire is actually pretty nutty.
Yeah, that's what I was
First
thinking.
Flame is also pretty good in this particular situation, though, but I think Wildfire just is better in general. So, and you're not coining it out because you don't really need to play it this turn. You can just hold on to the coin. And the worst thing this guy can do is trade your minions, so you just go face. Like, when deciding if you're trading or going face, you gotta ask yourself, is it really a downside? Like, what's the worst that this guy can do right now? Worst he can do is literally trade your minions, which you were asking yourself, should you trade your minions into his? Might as well just connect face in that case, right? Oh no, we traded our minions.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. That's not necessarily true against this guy. Like, we literally don't know jack shit about this guy's deck. He could have ran Composting, which would have given him a bunch of card draw there, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it was better for us to just go face there. I'm not assuming that just yet, Lanku. Like, a 40 aggro Druid, really? I'm not assuming that at all.
Let's see.
Okay. I wish my nose was clear. So, what do you want to do this turn?
Much to ponder.
I cast Wildfire. I can kill this guy with my hero power.
I'm honestly down with that. Yeah, those are basically our 2 options. There's a third option, like playing Noggling, hero powering, and also coining out the second Mailbox Dancer, but I think I'd rather hold on to the coin. It doesn't seem like we're doing anything too fast, so yeah, Noggling and hero power the 2-2. You know what? I'd actually coin out the Mailbox Dancer as well. Yeah. Well, in this case, coin out your hero power.
And then
Coin out your hero power onto the 2-2. Yes, the 4-4 goes face. But hero power the 2-2 and go face.
There we go.
There we go. So, since we have more Dresh, we're definitely more than happy to fit in hero powers when we can, and right now it was actually giving us a pretty good trade as well, so why not? But yeah, so far, seeing Soul to Soil out of this guy, we are starting to believe that he might indeed be some kind of an aggro board-centric Druid. But just seeing Plot of Sin, that could just mean he's having weird board-centric spells that load up his Denathrius nice and fast. Let's not forget, this is bloody bronze 1 right now. What is your... Do you have actually bonus stars right now? How many stars are we winning per game?
I'm on a roll. I think 6.
Oh, 6. Okay, so this is not actual bronze meta. It's more like gold, early plat meta. Okay then. I have a feeling silence is probably going to be important in this matchup, so I kind of do not want to throw it out there. But the thing is, we can't play Teotar either because there's no real spell you want to give this man right now aside from maybe the coin, which is also not horrible. Silencing would actually remove the coin for this man, which is not the worst thing in the world either. Honestly, I think you just hero power a 2-2 and 4-4 trades his 2-2 and you go face. 4-4 makes a value trade, yes. And the 3-2 goes face. Why is silence important? If we're expecting this guy to be aggro Druid, in a 40 deck, he's probably running stuff like Composting. And also, if we're expecting him to be aggro, he's probably gonna buff the shit out of it too. So silence can actually be quite the kink in his plan. I think he's actually gonna coin Composting. No? He had the coin already, so he would have done it first. I mean, like I said, we are assuming now. We saw plenty more cards. We saw Soul to Soil, which is kind of a big deal. But still, we cannot... we don't know for sure what he is. Well, since we don't know for sure what he is, might as well take a peek and let's see what Teotar can show us. Let's hope it's not a bunch of coins. It can only show us 1 coin, actually. What the fuck? So he's basically our deck, but for Druid. Random bullshit Druid. I would steal the Miracle Growth here.
Give him the coin, right?
Well...
Or the 5. Spammy. Definitely not the rune.
Yeah, never the rune, but spammy is somewhat of a question. Ah, fuck it, give him the coin. Hero power his face. Hero power his face, because if he decides to develop the board and actually leave these others on the boards, that might be a step for your spammy Arcanist, or he could just decide to hero power triple trade there, which we're more than happy to see. The dumb part is we could have played Miracle Growth next turn if we kept the coin, but I don't know. We'll see. Hey, look at that, buffs. Hey, look at that, more buffs. If only we had a silence card. If only, chat. Gotta decide if this is actually worthy of using our silence here, but I think it kinda is. You already saw, if you remember, we already saw most of his cards. We know that he has Convoke the Spirits. You can check his deck tracker. And you can see he has a 10 mana spell. So right now, there's only 1 card we do not know what is in his hand. Top decking this Reckless Apprentice is kind of a big deal, honestly. And I'm starting to lean towards playing that because that allows you to play Mordresh next turn, and that might be real cool. So I think you play your 4 mana Reckless Apprentice, and you can just hero power down the 3-2. Oh, you're actually playing the fast skin. This is a pretty cool bug, but the skin you're actually using right now gives you fast animations on Reckless Apprentice.
I saw that. That came up pretty quick.
Yeah,
cool.
It's usually slow as fuck, but this skin is It's not a bug, it's a feature I'd like to think, but no, it really is a bug like that. Oh no, he has such a big board against us, chat. How are we gonna deal with it? If only we have planned ahead. If only we planned ahead and have a big fat 8 mana that deals 10 damage to everything right now, huh?
Jeez.
Yeah, let's play the yellow card. Far left. 8 mana, Mordresh.
Yep.
And now you know for a fact that he has a 10 mana spell in hand. Plus the top deck, so he's probably not going to be doing anything too amazing next turn. Yep, that will be all. Pass. Can we go Yak for lethal? Technically we could.
Oh,
but realistically we couldn't. But
Two
no, we weren't gonna do that. We were gonna play Downgrasp there, I think.
So what do you hit Legend every month?
Yeah. Ever since I hit it way back 5 years ago, almost, maybe?
Jeez, hang on one second. My wife's calling.
Alrighty.
Hey, babe.
Hey, look at that, with Silver 10. Let's go.
Again? Hey, babe. No, where is it? Alright, I'll look around. I'll come back tomorrow. In the middle of doing something. Remember, I'm doing the coaching for Hearthstone? Yeah, I'm on right now. I can't leave. Alright, love you. I'm back, sorry.
Why are you not honest with your wife? You're doing a coaching for a children's card game. What do you mean, Hearthstone?
I told her that.
Hearthstone sounds manly. Hearthstone actually means a fireplace. That is not non-native English speakers know a lot, but Hearthstone sounds manly. we're coaching a children's card game, man. Be real. How's it going, Goru? Thank you for the follow. But yeah, you're against the Paladin here, so the spammy Arcanist Keep. It's not necessarily gonna turn out to be a good one, but this guy could be an aggressive Paladin. Could be aggressive aggro. Oh, it's actually mech. Perfect. This spammy is great then. Oh, really, Trim? So you're telling me there's a street named Hearthstone in your city, and you're not living on that street? Like, seriously, man. Okay.
Go for the coin.
The problem with going for the coin is this 1/2 is gonna make a value trade on your 4/1 Pelican and remain alive, which is kind of not a great thing to be. So yeah, I'm actually kind of down for the hero power instead, I think. But yeah, it does look like next turn we ain't doing shit. So yeah, kill it.
Yeah.
You love my bicycle behind me? I guess you have seen a very old video of mine, Goru, because that was in the old rental apartment we had. Now we don't have bicycle in the house anymore because it's dirty and this is ours, so we don't want to get our shit dirty. Okay.
Drop coin and trade dragon.
If that is what we are doing, what are you doing first?
Or I could drop...
No. The question is, we are doing that, but what should you do first? Which...
Trade, correct?
Yes, you trade first, you can get the extra information, and you could decide you top deck something better. Like this, for instance. This is actually not bad at all. But, I'd actually hold on to it for now. I want to bait him to play his mech so you can silence all of them with your Starfish next turn. So just play the Mailbox Dancer, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they fuck up the thing, didn't they? Yeah. Thanks a lot, Guru. Haven't really done much bicycling lately, but I still have it. Still have it in the basement. If this guy doesn't trade it, we're gonna be pretty happy because silencing next turn denies him the coin, which is huge. And also you're gonna get to do a value trade because his shit is gonna be a 1/3 and yours is gonna be a 3/2 still. Hearthstone Crescent. Fucking awesome, man. Yeah, we go with the silence. Hearthstone Crescent. I wonder if there's any Hearthstone streamers on this street. Would be a damn shame if there's not. Damn shame. Cool. Thank you for sharing that, Trim. Okay, this guy drew a shit ton of max. He drew 4 max. Lucky bastard. He didn't even set it up. Oh man, we're gonna regret using the silence. Because now he's gonna get even more busted ass shit. But we're actually well prepared for what he's about to do soon. We're actually well prepared. We kind of like all of our cards, honestly. What do you think the best play here is? Think about it a while. It's another play that many people fail to see.
I see the drop this, freeze him, do the 5 damage. Or swap and hopefully give him a coin and take one of his good mechs. There's no point in using the freeze because that's save that for later.
What you want to do is hero power the 3/4 first. Do it. And now play your amplified Snow Flurry. And just kill it off with your free one. That is still a good value trade for you. And now you still develop the board with an extra minion. And you kept the value of the 0 mana hero power now for next turn. And that is going to allow you to do so many things, like just freeze a big-ass minion, or set up a better spammy Arcanist, like so many things. And that's, like, be comfortable doing it the way we did it, like hero power first, and then get the battle cry, because this effect remains. You get to hold on to this effect for as long as you want, as long as you're not using your hero powers. You can hold on to it, and like I said, you're basically keeping him hostage from playing big things. Because he knows you're just gonna freeze those big things. Speaking of freezing big things, this is also kind of big. I would tempo it. Yeah, let's tempo the location. You want to play it in the middle, in between your minions. Because dormant things in Hearthstone, now that we have locations, they provide a natural barrier for your minions to get cleaved by different effects. Let's say devouring Insatiable Devourer. The one that eats the middle minion and also the adjacent minions. This way he cannot eat more than 1 minion right now. We're freezing the 3/3 and that's gonna proc an extra minion, but that's not as important as getting the lesson out. The 2/4 trades the 2/2 and you go face with the 2/3. Get a nice little value trade in. Yeah. Okay, that's
I saved it.
Yeah, you save it again. Yeah, apparently we're gonna see a lot of weird shit, because different meta here. Okay, we're gonna have to work for this spammy Arcanist to be good. This 2/2 skeleton can actually be a liability, but it can also be a blessing. Guys, let me. Do you guys actually know how that's gonna work? If we play spammy Arcanist, is the skeleton gonna fuck up the death rattle? Or is it gonna death rattle after the spammy has done his shit? I think it's possible to fuck it up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be able to fuck it up. I think this is a turn where it's well, actually, now that you said it, I would rather go with Dawn Grasp. Yeah, let's play the 7 mana. 7 mana, 7 mana. Yes, that one. And
pop the 3 guy for the bonus.
2/2 skeleton goes into the Divine Shield 4/4. We want to see where the damage lands. 2/2 skeleton guy into the 4/4. Nice. Your hero power kills the 4/2. And you get to ramp it like that. Now it deals 3 damage for next turn. And double trade the Divine Shield, yeah. Kill it.
Kill this guy?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, show Gag. Big Mage is pretty fun, but not as good in Standard. I'm definitely sure we're gonna be winning with Secret Mage as well on these ranks, but it's not about that. It's not about that. We wanna be better than that. We want to be better than these ranks. We're striving for better ranks. Okay. This guy is giving us a pretty decent spammy Arcanist soon. Maybe even next turn. We're gonna have to work for it a bit though. We're gonna have to be very good at math. Not just quick, but also good at math. I'm usually only quick at math though. Okay, doesn't draw anything. Apparently he cast his radar detector in hand already. Okay, 1, 2. All we're missing is a free, and we can actually set it up. This Belinda is also pretty insane, but we're definitely gonna... Huh.
Are we pulling defense this turn? Or is it 1?
Next turn is gonna be so much better. Okay, I see what we're doing. You want to hero power the 6 health minion, the Amalgam, 6 health Amalgam.
This guy?
Yes. And now you have a perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your spammy bullshitist, so that's what you do. And next turn, we're gonna have 9 mana, and that's gonna allow you to play your 4 mana Varden Dawngrasp, plus coin Belinda, and draw a couple of 5 mana big boy spells. We're saving the location, obviously.
Damn, your math is awesome on that. Nice.
Yeah. Well, this is another thing you should really learn to do. You want to be planning turns ahead. Like, you don't want to just play the best thing you can each turn. You want to actually ask yourself, wait, does that actually leave me with a good play for next turn as well? And the answer here is, yeah, kinda. Okay, let's wait a second. Varden is cool and all, but we also have the location. If this guy played some weaker minions here, I would have been okay to just use that in Belinda, but in this case, these are kind of pretty big, so I'd still stick with the 4 mana Varden into coin Belinda. So play 4 mana Varden on the left side.
So should play Belinda on the left side?
4 mana Varden on the left side first.
Sorry.
And then coin Belinda on the right side. Coin Belinda. Right side. There you go. Okay. So now we are set for some big boy plays really soon. If he develops the board a lot, you could decide to just slap him with the rune and follow up with a big boy Drakefire Amulet. But we could also try and figure out a way to make a good spammy Arcanist play instead if he gives us a bunch of steps to jump on.
I think he fell asleep.
I mean, he's probably not very happy with how this game is turning out. That spammy Arcanist broke his spirit.
Yeah, you got that nice chess player mentality, man. I don't know how you see these 4 or 5 turns ahead. That's good.
Well, ever since I was a little boy, I was very passionate about not starving to death, so I kind of got to be good at this, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of need to be on the top of my game. Or at least some of it. Okay. This guy is still there. He's covering his cards and whatnot. Yeah, I'm about to do that as well, Dom. I'm trying to get my Nosdormu wins as well as my objection secret. Gotta play that shit 60 times, so... Okay, those are actually a lot of good steps this man's giving us. That's... We're missing 1. Wait a second. We are missing 1. With the hero power we can make 1. We're also gonna have to trade a bunch. So we'll have 1. We're not having 2, but we can make location. So 1, 2, location 2, 3, 4. We can make a full clear. Oh, I actually see a better line. You can hero power the 6/7 Divine Shield.
Got it.
Belinda trades it. Varden attacks into the 1/1. 3/3 into the 1/1. And now play 5 mana Spammy Arcanist fast. And also put down the 2 mana Farwatch Post and let's see what this shit vomits out. Crap. Freeze the 3/3. Freeze it with the location. There you go, perfect. Okay. Aside from this, no, not really, it wasn't a misplay at all. But technically, if we still had a location, you kind of wanted your Farwatch Post to be on the left side. Again, this guy is not running any cleave effects, but it's I'm just trying to reinforce you thinking about things like this in the future, because I can guarantee you, if you didn't think about it in this game, you're not gonna think about it in the game where it actually matters.
Gotcha, makes sense.
Okay, he's going all in, chat. He is doing it. Give it the good old go. So,
Oh, good timing.
Not necessarily, but probably. I would prefer if we go with the 5 mana rune first and see what that do, because this Silas can be more important later. Right now, this guy has a 0/3 weapon and he's gonna get a bunch of buffs. And these are gonna be with +3 at least, so this Starfish could be more important later. Okay, it does seem like your minions are still able to attack, which is not necessarily a good thing. It means that your shit survived, but it could mean that his shit also survived. Okay, Solid Alibi is actually pretty cool. We're not gonna care if his shit survives. Nice. Also nice. Whatever. Sure. Okay, we're gonna have to be quick with the finishing touches. 3/4 attacks into the Divine Shield Taunt. Your 3/4 into the Divine Shield Taunt fast. Your 3/4 minion into the Divine Shield Taunt.
Got it.
Hero power it. Hero power it. We're not having enough time. That's all we're doing. We have Solid Alibi, we don't care. There were still things we could have done there, like you could have, no, there was no way for us to get a good hero power into that 9/9, so all around I think I'm happy with what this did. Because we are safe with the Solid Alibi, so we didn't care about leaving this much stats on board. His 9/9 is basically keeping his board still hostage, dealing 3 damage as soon as it dies. So this second rune could actually break his spirit. That was kind of shitty, but it is what it is. Sure. Okay, we really need the next rune to actually do some work though. Unless we opt for just silencing. Let's see. What the fuck happened with this deck tracker, man? It shat on itself. Yeah, it fixed itself.
Rune of Archmage?
Yeah, I think you throw it out. Let's split.
Let me remind you who
Come on, please be good. Better. Better, please. That's good. That is good. Not horrible. Nice. Okay, that's gonna be great. Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Deal second flame on the 9/2. Yes, deal it. And that is pretty good. Let's fucking go. That is all.
Not bad.
That's the thing about these runes. They are controlled RNG, kinda. Because you kinda know what you're expecting from them. Usually it's board clear, secrets, and card draw. Not so much card draw, but sometimes you can literally draw like 7 cards. Like there's no tomorrow and you can start burning shit. So you gotta be somewhat careful when deciding. Like if you have already a pretty full hand and you don't necessarily need to play that rune, you might want to skip it. But if you're facing a board like this, you really can't value burning cards over removing all of that damage.
Gotcha.
This guy is a fighter. He's a fighter, chat. Yeah, it's really important, Frank. You've been around the block long enough to know that. Okay, he's still there. I think this guy is actually masturbating or something. He is doing something else. Like, he's literally not touching his cards for 30 seconds and then spits out the first thing that comes to his mind. Okay, he's all in. He is all in it, chat. He is fully engaged. Well, we know that this is as much gas as this guy has. Kind of want to ramp the hero power, but I also kind of want to be playing the silence plus the dark amulet, so I think we value silence into amulet more. So play silence first. 4 mana silence first. Play the 5 mana Drakefire amulet, see what we're working with. We're looking for big boy stats. Big boy stats. Well, the 10 drop is just huge. Get that 12-12. Get the 12-12, yeah. And Raid Boss Onyxia. Raid Boss Onyxia kills the 4-2. No. Fuck. Use the second flame on the free one. Minor misplay, but we could have done it the other way around and save Onyxia 1 health. This guy's out of gas. Like, despite him having Carriel, he can't really come back in this. Famous last words, fuck. Yeah, that is a large man right there. Gives him perfect traits too. That's not bad. Okay, he did not proc the secret, so we're happy with that. He could actually get fucked next turn if he decides to go face first with the 14. It's gonna be very sad. So... I think this is a turn where you get to try the Bran into School Teacher play. Bran first. Gotcha. For the double battle cry into School Teacher. Transform Jelly, let's fucking go.
Hell
Take
yeah.
it. Volcanomancy is also pretty lit. So, first you want to transform Jelly, the 14 obviously. And we don't have enough mana to actually kill what we give the Volcanomancy to. So Hero power to 4-2. Hero power to 4-2. And that is all you do. You don't even attack with the Freezy Boy. That is all. Because now if he decides to go face with this 2-2 Divine Shield, we're gonna get it back from the Vengeful Visage Secret, which would be pretty good for us. Well, still fine. He would have misplayed it, by the way. He almost misplayed it. He got lucky that the minions were ordered in this way. If that taunt was the first minion on the right, he would have played it for sure. He didn't even think about it. He could have also done it with the 1-1 taunt as well, which would have been good. Okay. We can make a good hero power. But we can also just get a bunch of draggy boys. And we can also just make a good Volcanomancy. I'd go with the Volcanomancy first. So we played a Noggling on the 1-1 Divine Shield. The 1-1. The left guy. The 1-1 Noggling. I'm not sure this was so smart. I actually am sure it wasn't smart, because now this is gonna destroy our minions as well. Whatever. 1-1 Noggling trades the Divine Shield.
One?
Yes. 4-4 kills it. hero power that 8-2. Hero power that 8-2. Play Mailbox Dancer and Farwatch Post.
Yeah.
If we had more time, we would have played differently. Oh, we
Should
actually.
I?
We don't. You don't. No. Dude,
Sorry.
we're on turn 10. What better cards do you think we're gonna be playing? We're
Sorry.
not lucky with the location at least, but playing a 10 mana Drakefire Amulet when you actually have the 10 mana, like, yes.
You know, I'm so used to. I think it was that mentality where when I see I have mana left,
Exactly,
don't
that is
extend it.
what you want to be running away from. That is a very great way of you to overextend. That is a great way for you to leave yourself without steam, without resources. Stay away from that mentality. Just because
Gotcha.
you get to do you can do something doesn't mean you want to be doing that something.
You're absolutely right.
Okay, if this guy does not attack, we are playing Teotar for sure. I mean, if this guy does not play... Okay, perfect, man, perfect. So, put down the location, 3 mana location, and play 4 mana Teotar, because you know for a fact this guy has something very buffed in his hand. He has been buffing it for like several turns now. Play him on the right side.
Right side. Right.
And steal his whole career. There's the large man. You take the big boy and you can give him a coin so he can fuck himself with it. And you play the 3 mana Sunken because it's kind of large. And you can also freeze his shit if he allowed you to.
Wow. Nice, man.
Yeah, we have been 5 steps ahead of him throughout the entire game. Like, literally. We have been setting up board clears, even on the Mulligan. Like, the setting up against this guy's charge from the Mulligan itself, because we did keep that spammy Arcanist just in a situation where we were expecting aggressive Paladin. I was more inclined to believe that it would have been a dude Paladin, but it turned out to be even older aggro mech.
Prepared.
Thank you for the follow, JNCI. Much appreciated, brother. Backtracker shot on itself again.
Not prepared. I'm blind.
Thank you for the follow as well, Doom Buggy. Much appreciated. Guys, I would really appreciate it if you check out the new shorts video. It's doing awfully horribly. A like and a comment would definitely help the algorithm pick it up and start promoting it a little more. So if you want to help the channel, that would be a great way to start. Against the Mage, we're keeping the Dancer. School teacher is not the worst keep in the world. I think I dumped the rest. You're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
So we're only keeping the 2 and the school teacher.
Gotcha.
Okay, a lot of silence, boys. Not very happy about it, but it is what it is. 40 versus 40. This is gonna take a while, but the better mage is gonna win, aka the one that gets more random bullshit. And he's starting off with random bullshit.
Nothing.
We're just gonna skip a turn here.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world not playing anything again, especially against the 40 mage. Like, as soon as you see a 40 deck against you, you gotta know it's not an aggressive matchup. It's gonna be slow and steady, so when you're against slow matchups, you kinda orient yourself more to value, aka holding your stuff for bigger potential plays. Right now, Mailbox Dancer is not bad at all. And it's gonna allow us to make a turn 5 Barbaric Sorceress, because technically it gives you a turn 4 Barbaric Sorceress, but since we don't have any Big Spell, as long as you don't top deck a Big Spell right now, your next turn, turn 3 or 4 actually, you won't be able to make a big Barbaric Sorceress on turn 4. But if you literally top deck one of your 9 and 10, you can go... Oh, this guy's also big. He prematurely wasted... What? No, he's not. He's not big. Cool, that's a pretty good top deck for you. Yeah, you can just location here, no questions asked.
Should I burn one and freeze him?
I'm not against it, actually. It's not a bad tempo play here. Because this guy is also a Big Spell Mage, so right now we're just poking each other down for some tempo. He's probably just gonna hero power this because it fits so well for 2 damage.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. It was attack and silence.
It's not horrible, but we have bigger plays to make. You just have... I would definitely prefer playing the Deep Water Evoker on the left side. 4 mana Evoker on the left side. Actually, wait. Fuck. We should have done the trade first, I think. Yeah, we would have been a lot happier if this guaranteed went face. But since it didn't, trade the skeleton into his skeleton and it's gonna make some fireworks happen. It's a 50-50, but we should have... Yeah, got fucked. He got lucky and we got fucked. Like, he cast 2 minions, we have 1. Ours went his face, his went into a minion. But yeah, we misplayed there. You should have made the trade first, and that way we would have gotten the random bullshit factor out first. And deny him this good trade now.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Okay, so what we're doing next turn is you want to waste both the coins, even though we're only gonna need 6 mana. You need to waste both the coins if you want to go for a Barbaric Sorceress, and we do because we know for a fact this guy has a spell in his hand from his Babbling Book.
Okay, so drop both coins.
Both coins first. This way you guarantee that the change happens with your 9-drop and not a 0.
I bring the muscle and the magic.
And he maybe has Blizzard or Devborn. So we gotta be careful how much stuff we leave him with. Either way, we know it's now a 9 mana, so technically you could just freeze his 3/6. It's not the most amazing thing in the world to freeze, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine for now. Next show we get the Rune of the Archmage. And that line I think you should have saved the location, but it's acceptable what we did. Because next turn Rune of the Archmage is gonna give you a turn after for Grey Sage Parrot, which is kinda insane. Okay, Babbling Book. He actually had a secret out of Babbling Book. It's a random secret. That's a 1 and 6, that being a counter spell, which we will be very sad if it is. And
have to drop the rune.
Held on. No. He held on to that all this time to drop it on the turn where we get the test. I'm kind of thinking we should be pussies about it and test a little first. But let's go face with the minion. Go face with the minion, see if it's armor. Face. Face, bro.
Oh!
We've been over this so many times. Okay, we didn't test. Well, we did test for Oasis Ally, so that's 1 secret less. And that's not great.
Sorry.
Let's play the 4 mana Schooling Teacher, see what that do.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Good. I don't know, take the Polymorph Jelly for later. And just Hero Power his face in this case. Hero Power his face. That's all. But yeah, trading and going face, they're very, very self-explanatory terms, man.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay. We would have tested for 2 secrets going face there. Could have been Vengeful Visage, could have been the armor. And now we're still gonna have to remain pussies. Not really, we can actually silence and testicle. Yeah, I think we silence. Let's silence. And let's try to go face. Counterspell it is, you fucking lucky bastard. It could actually still be, Oh, what the fuck? Rigged Fair Games is not in the game anymore, right? That was, Madness at the Dark Moon Fair bullshit. Let's put down the location in the middle. It's especially important against mages because they do have Cone of Cold, which is a spell you should be playing around, especially since this guy literally generated a spell with Babbling Book. That means he doesn't necessarily have to be running it, but he could definitely get it. Anyway, I think you hold on to the location for now and just pass. But this guy keeping us hostage this way is pretty fucking degenerate. Like, god damn it, we're gonna have to waste a bloody rune just a testicle for that. Wow. Imagine not a Big Spell Mage gets to play the fucking rune first. Asshole. That was kind of cool. Okay. If we actually draw Teotar, we might just play it so we can steal a spell we can test with. Fucking hell, man.
Oh.
That gave us a decent spammy Arcanist potential. God, this guy's getting all the good stuff. Ooh, Belinda's cute. Technically, we could spammy Arcanist the whole board. Is that good though?
What do you think?
I think it's fine. Let's hero power a 3/3 and then play spammy Arcanist.
Hero power to 3. Which one? Oh, this one.
One of the 3/3s, it doesn't matter. You just want to set up for a 1/2/3 and spammy Arcanist 5 mana. This way we get to save the location. Got a hero power in. Somewhat decent, that's all. Because those freezy boys were gonna be annoying for your Belinda if you just play it. It's probably gonna have 10 ways to freeze her anyway, but it was fine doing it the way we did. Hey, there's that Devour we were playing around. Should have played around it. God damn it, where were you last turn, bitch? Okay, well, in this case, you go with a 6 mana Belinda and left side, because your location is gonna proc on the right side. That is also something you need to think about. Minions that get generated through cards or locations generate on the right side, unless it's bugged like the rogue one was bugged for quite a while. But yeah, freeze the 7/8 with the location and it's gonna generate on the right side. Stuff like Animal Companion also generates on the right side, so you could position towards that. Like, for instance, a good way for you to isolate your taunts is you play your taunt on the left side, and that means unless you decide otherwise, that taunt is gonna remain on the left side forever. Like, you can't randomly not get it out of there. Yeah, I think your hero power in face, and that's about it for now. If this guy kills both of your minions right now, you could actually steal the 7/8 with Sylvanas. Oh shit. He's a gamer, chat. He's a gamer. Let's go. Well, I'm actually happy to steal that shit. Belinda trades the 7/8. And that was the last infuse, and now Sylvanas gets to steal a 10/10. Quite the catch. Quite the catch we got there. And tradable the 10. The 10. Tradable it. And hero power his face. That's all. That's all we needed to do. Nice.
That was a good turn.
Yeah, get used to that. Next turn you get to actually test and play a big spell. So depending on what we want, like if we're still ahead on the board, we're just gonna yeet the Rune of the Archmage, the 5 mana one. And then play the Drakefire Amulet and really solidify our lead on board. Because we know there's a counter spell against us. And this is a pretty good board state for us. We're gonna be clapping this man for quite the damage. Oh, Teotar. Well, in that case, yeah, in that case, let's play that then. Teotar first. Give us a spell, man. Fuck. Well, Caligos is a spell on a stick, so let's take Caligos. And he can have... Fuck, they're all so good.
I know.
That's the problem with having only good cards in your deck. You don't want to give them shit. The last big spell this man played was the Rune of the Archmage, so we don't want that. I guess you give him 4 mana Varden. It's not great, but the rest are just horrible. And the rest of this turn is looking like... yeah, it's not amazing, but I guess you can waste Reckless 1 mana Reckless Apprentice. 4 mana Reckless Apprentice. 4 mana Reckless Apprentice. Hero Power his face. Everything goes face, and the location can freeze the free 4, I guess. That is all. Sadly, we know he's gonna freeze this shit. But it's fine, we're gonna play 9 mana Caligos. Get that counter shit off. Oh, top deck's a 6 mana Blizzard. We know he still has a 9 mana Blizzard in his hand and also a 4 mana Varden. Oh, did I remember how I told you people overvalue this combo? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This guy basically forfeited freezing your minions for 2 turns just so he can clear your minions, even though he had some pretty decent trades already. Like, that was just dumb. He should have just frozen and went face, and after that, do something else.
Alright. Throw Caligos?
I'm actually okay wasting a 5 mana rune here. 5 mana Rune of the Archmage. The other one, rune. Yes, waste it. 5 mana Rune of the Archmage.
Yep.
And now play the 5 mana Drakefire Amulet. 12-12, obviously. Well, the biggest boy. 4-12. That's about it. Okay. We know he's gonna be freezing them, but it is what it is. Good news is he's only freezing them for 1 extra turn, as far as we know. Oh, he's gonna kill that? I mean, he does have a triple threat on the board. Oh shit. He's actually hard running this crap. Wow.
Oh.
Imagine, chat. Imagine running this minion when a big spell mage that has to run all of the shitty minions doesn't run this minion.
Jeez.
Must be pretty good in the deck, huh? Well, at least he was smart about the trades. But we have a bullshit rune on our hands, so we can fuck him up, fam. Wait a second, still. When deciding to play a rune, usually first you want to be going face with the minion, and I think this is a case where you go face with your minion first. So Malygos attacks face. And now play the 6 mana Rune of the bullshit. Yeah. Wow. Off to a good start.
Ah!
Whatever. It tried. Wow, this goes face though. Fucking bullshit, man. Okay. Not the worst. Nice card draw. Take those. Cool. Cool. All around, I'm happy with what we saw. Yeah, you can kill the 5-2. It still has some effect. I don't know what he can be playing, but it's probably stupid. Put down the Pelican Diver on the boards. And I think we're just hero powering here. There are a few things you need to consider when deciding to tradable this Fire Sale back into your deck. If you still had Belinda, this would have been not amazing for you, because it would have given your Belinda 4 health for attack, and it would have made it into a 5 mana spell. We already played Belinda, so that wasn't really that big a deal, but also you still have your Deepwater Evoker, so that would also possibly give you only 4 armor instead of the 10 guaranteed from a tradable Drakefire Amulet. It's not
Gotcha,
that big a
yeah.
deal, especially in this matchup, but it's just something to consider. We didn't have the mana to tradable it anyway. I think we would have tradable it if we had the mana, but we didn't. So, we are ahead on board. Oh, not ahead, but toe-to-toe, so we're not necessarily wanting to play the Rune of the bullshit. Wait, we actually played Drakefire Amulet last turn, didn't we?
Yes.
So, let's repeat them then. 6 mana Grey Sage. 6 mana Grey Sage repeats your dragons. Wait, when did we play that? Oh, literally last turn. I'm fucking dumb. And you're here telling me yes. Okay, yes, man. Question me, goddammit. Literally played that last turn. What do you mean? Okay. It's fine. It turned out okay, but it was far from amazing. Let's just hero power his face. And play Sir Finley. Put down 1 mana Sir Finley. Yes, play him. Okay, let's see some good stuff. Because what we had in the hand was not amazing anymore. Sadly, we didn't top deck anything too amazing either, but we are closer to the good stuff, because these cards indeed went to the bottom. So now you're closer to your Dawngrasp, you're closer to your second Grey Sage, you're closer to your Mordresh. Yeah, nice communication indeed. Hey, we got his 9 mana Blizzard counter, nice. Okay, nice. Let's not forget the last fucking spell we played was the Grey Sage, was the Rune of the Archmage, so let's not play that now. Because we are very far ahead on board. And here's the situation we talked about. Now, your Drakefire, your Deepwater would be possibly giving you Fire Sale, but we could actually guarantee getting the Drakefire Amulet as well if you play Brand first, and at this point I think I'm okay with that. It's basically resources for it at this point, so we're gonna get a bunch. Yeah. Wait, what? Brand Bird lethal, dude. It's not lethal. Technically, Brand Bird could have been lethal indeed. It probably would have been lethal, I'm dumb. Whatever. Let's just hero power his face and everything goes face. Brand would have been... Brand Bird would most probably would have been lethal indeed. Like, this guy being this low, 20 mana worth of spells, and man, imagine being that unlucky. Like, we even have these 2/2 skeletons that can just... We missed so much lethal there, chat. You could have just... No, we didn't. We didn't have enough mana to play. Technically, we could have drawn only once without Bran, and if that gave us Fire Sale, you would have had lethal with these killing your skeletons, but doesn't matter, man.
Oh, everyone's quit. 4 quits in a row.
Well, I mean, he was pretty much dead on board. He couldn't do shit about that. But yeah, Bran Bird was a very reasonable play there. This guy being this low. After we went face, that is.
Nice, oh, man. Well, it's new now. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah, you're right. We have been doing nothing but wins, but we played like for 1 hour and something only because we had to set up so much stuff. But yeah, all around this was a pretty good run.
Yeah, man, I appreciate your help. I learned a lot. That was awesome.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's sum it up. I want you, when you're in your mulligan phase, to ask yourself what you're doing in your first few turns, and also what are you expecting from your opponent to be doing. That is going to help you tremendously in figuring out what cards you want to be keeping. Like, in some cases, this is not a very good example of a deck, because it's kind of different. But for instance, if you're playing an aggro deck and you have free 1-drops, you're going to be, oh, right, I'm going to be playing a bunch of 1-drops, yay. If you're playing Beast Country like that, that's not going to be great for you, because 1-drop is good, but having only 1-drops, that basically means you're probably not going to have much cards by turn 3, and that's not great. So you want to be asking yourself what you're going to be doing in your first turns in order to get a better result. You want to ask yourself, what are you expecting from the opponent? Like, are you expecting aggro? Like the way we mulliganed for Spammy Arcanist against that Paladin, that literally won us the game. This guy had so much boards, so much stats, and those Spammy Arcanists like shot on him over and over again. So that is something you definitely need to go for. Also, when deciding how you're gonna be executing your turn, if you're gonna be doing a random factor play, like draw a card, discover a card, get a skeleton death rattle somewhere, if there's not a very good reason for you to, you usually want to get that random factor out first. Like a very good reason would be, like, let's say the 2 damage skeleton, you want it not to go in your face, so in that case you want to be playing a minion first on your side. That would be a somewhat of a good example. So yeah, basically get the random factor out first. Discovering a card, drawing a card, getting a random death rattle. You want to see that extra information before you commit fully to the play. Like, you've already decided what you're going to be playing, but drawing a card or discovering a card can change drastically what you're playing. Like, you could just discover a pretty much very much better play.
Gotcha, yeah.
And the other thing you saw we were doing a lot, we were planning our turns ahead, like 1 turn, 2 turn, even 3 turns. Like, as soon as you see your Barbaric Sorceress or your Belinda, you gotta ask yourself how you can get that card down as fast as possible. Like, if you're going second, you're gonna have a coin. That means you're gonna be trying to hold on to that coin for a faster Belinda. You're gonna be playing something like Mailbox Dancer faster, so you can get an extra coin like that. And yeah, you're gonna... You saw that turn where we had 2 coins, Barbaric Sorceress and also Deepwater Evoker. And we had to play Evoker even though we were thinking about maybe silencing that board. It was not a bad play, but Deepwater Evoker was just so much better because it was giving you a turn 5 Barbaric Sorceress, which could have been huge. It turned out shit, because we swapped out a 6 for 9, whereas we could have swapped out for a 3, because he did have that secret which fucked us entirely and we had to play so much longer. Like, if you managed to drop that rune on turn 6, this game would have been over a long time ago, most probably, but that counter spell was holding us hostage big time.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, those are 3 big things that I guarantee you, if you work on those, you're gonna be flying through the ranks. Like, it's so much, so important. Also, you saw the positioning. That's a minor next level tip, kinda. But it's still pretty important to think about it, because you did see this guy was actually running uninfused Devouring Insatiable Devourer. Like, the board state was just 1 minion, but it could have easily been plenty more. And this guy would have been happy to swipe them all.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
Thanks, man. You gave me definitely a new perspective on how to look at the game. How to approach
That is the best you could be getting out of a coaching session, honestly. The ranks, the wins, the super happy fun times, those are bonuses. But getting a new perspective, that is... I still remember back in the day, like, literally my first few months of streaming, I was in Legend, but I was playing a deck, a combo Malagos Druid, and I played it like a fucking idiot. I was in Legend with that deck, and I was playing it like a fucking moron, not even kidding. I was only trying to kill people with the combo, but after I played with a Bulgarian pro player at that moment, he taught me that you can win with that deck with sheer board presence, with early game aggression, with just tempoing out combo pieces. Like, there were literally 5 ways of winning with that deck, and I was always, literally always, only trying to kill them with the OTK combo, which was cool and all, and it was happening a lot more often than not. But I was at 55% win rate when I could have been literally at 70, knowing that I can tempo shit out faster, using combo pieces differently, and not only, like I explained to you, a lot of people would hold on to Bran only when they can double up a good battle cry, but you can just waste him. You can literally tempo him and feel good about it, especially if you're against an aggro matchup. Like, holding on to good cards, it's good and all, but they're not gonna give you much use if you're on the defeat screen. Like, good job, you held on to your Bran and it didn't get killed, but your opponent just overwhelmed you. So yeah, man, happy you enjoyed. Hope to hear from you. I think we can...
Yeah, of course. I'm definitely gonna book you again.
Super awesome, man. Definitely consider the 3-hour package. That's the best value.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now. We definitely need more time. 100%.
Yeah, more time definitely helps.